Dr. Mindy here, and I'm back teaching from my new book, Fast Like a Girl. And today on this video, I really want to emphasize and speak to those of you that are experiencing weight gain when you fast. What do you do if you're getting unwanted weight gain with fasting? This is a really interesting question, and it does happen. So if you are new to my channel, I just want to say welcome. Hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. Dive on in. There's a lot on fasting here, and I'm now, over the next several weeks, teaching from my new book. You can pre-order Fast Like a Girl. This is the first fasting manual with 6 different length fasts timed to a woman's hormonal needs. And it goes for 25-year-olds all the way up to 85-year-olds. I covered all different levels in ages and hormonal needs. So I'm really excited to get this out into the world. So welcome everybody, and let's dive into this really critical question.
Pioneer in the fasting
Do a long fast one day, your blood sugar going up and down.
We're in it together.
Okay, so I know that it's when you come to fasting, so many of you are wanting to lose weight. I get it, if you and I were standing in line at the grocery store and you asked me like what was the best way to lose weight, I'd be like, you have to fast. There's no other reason. In fact, I went hiking with a friend the other day, and she always would kind of watch my fasting lifestyle and sort of giggle at me and assume that was for me, not for her. And then she tried intermittent fasting, and we were hiking, and she said, you know, this fasting thing actually works. And I was like, yeah, it does. And she had dropped just 10 pounds in the matter of a month just from intermittent fasting. So we do know it works for weight loss. But what happens when you're not getting that experience? What happens when you're going in the opposite direction? Well, let me walk you through that. I have all over this book. I know weight loss is a huge motivating factor for many women with fasting. So if you want to know how to lose weight with fasting, this is your book. If you're in that place where you're already stuck, here's what I want you to do. So first, I want to make sure your detox pathways are open. So we've talked about that ad nauseum here on this channel. I actually have a whole thing specifically on opening up detox pathways specific for weight loss. So there is in the book, when you get the book, just you can copy this down depending on when you're watching this, that it's on page 170 in the book is a whole section on what to do how to open up detox pathways specifically to improve weight loss. So a lot of times as we are fasting, what happens is we're shedding the things that are not serving us. The body's getting rid of extra glucose. It's getting rid of extra hormones. It's getting rid of extra toxins. Where's it going to put all that? It has to get it through the lymph. It has to move it through circulation. So if those detox pathways are really stuck, then what's going to end up happening is you're going to hold on to the excess that it's trying to get rid of. So the first step is to open up the pathways. The second step, if you're gaining weight, is I want to make sure that you're varying your fasts. So I talk about varying your fasts in Fast Like a Girl a lot, because as women, we have to vary our fasts. Men, you should vary our fasts. Women, we have to vary our fasts to make sure that we're meeting all the demands of our 3 sex hormones, estrogen, progesterone, and testosterone. So if you're like a 1 meal a dayer, or you've just been doing 15 hours, then make sure you're varying your fasts. Okay, third thing, I would really encourage you to make sure that you're fasting long enough. I've seen this a lot where we get people who just aren't able to drop weight, or they're gaining weight, and they're playing with a 15-hour fast or playing with a 17-hour fast. It may be time to do a 36-hour fast. I have done a recent video actually reading from the book on how to make sure that what the best formula actually is. It was based off of science showing the best fasting window and length for being able to drop more weight. So it'll surprise you. It's a little longer than you may be doing. So you might have to elongate your fast. Okay, next hack that I want to give you. Well, we love fasting, but just because you fast doesn't always give you a free ticket to food, to eating whatever you want. So it may be time to clean up your food. Now, I will tell you, in Fast Like a Girl, I have so many food recommendations. Even though it says fasting on the cover, I have so many food recommendations in here. So make sure you're doing the prep work that I talk about before you learn to fast. There's a whole section on that. So make sure that you're cleaning up your food because food matters. Okay, I want to go into a few more that like are elephants in the room that we're not talking about. And one is exercise. Now, I've had multiple conversations with people who tell me once they start to build a fasting lifestyle and they're losing weight, they just find that they don't look at exercise for weight loss anymore. They actually have to repattern their relationship with exercise. So remember that exercise is great for mental health. Yes, it's great for building muscle, and it's great for opening up insulin receptor sites. So specifically muscle building exercises. Make sure that when you are exercising, you're trying to put muscle on, because the more muscle you have, the more insulin receptors you will have, and the more glucose that can be shuttled into your muscles to be able to allow your muscles to perform. So without those extra insulin receptors, then glucose just goes swimming around your whole body and then it gets stored as fat. So those are really some of my favorite hacks if you're having this unwanted weight gain when you're starting to fast. Make sure the pathways are open. Make sure you're varying your fast. Make sure you're fasting long enough. Make sure you're cleaning your food up, and make sure you are building muscle through exercise. Those are some of the greatest tips. Now, details on all of those, I promise you, are in Fast Like a Girl. It's out ready for pre-order right now, so please go and get it. I think I've mentioned this on other videos. Those of you that have been on my channel for a while, I so greatly appreciate your support. I really want this book to change the world's health, especially women's health. We are underserved. We are not being heard when we walk into our doctor's office. And it's truly time for you to take your power back. And you can do that through fasting. You can have a whole new relationship with your body through fasting. So let me share with you one of my resetters who implemented fasting and got incredible results. And this is really important to hear for those of you who are either a health practitioner or a doctor, and you have sent your patients to my channel, or you have sent them the book. Thank you so much for doing that. I wrote this with you in mind. Those of you that are helping your patients understand fasting, I wrote this book hoping that every doctor would carry this book in their office, would have this available to women. And let me share with you an empowered resetter and how fasting changed her life. So this is from Janice Houseware, and this is what she just put, and this was from our Resetter Collaborative on Facebook. It's a free Facebook group. I think we've got like 60,000 people in there that are sharing their fasting stories and supporting each other with them. And most of them know the method that I teach in Fast Like a Girl. But this is what Janice said. Doctor report. So she just got back from her doctors. And this is what she said. Went to my PCP. She was floored that I've almost lost 60 pounds. After examining me, she suggested we stop my blood pressure medication since my blood pressure was 98/62. Blood work to follow. Yay. Thank you, Dr. Mindy, for spurring us on. Thank you for all your words of encouragement and help along the way. And Janice, what I have to say to you is thank you for taking your own health under your control. That is an empowered patient. Everybody should walk into their doctor's office and be knowledgeable and be applying the principles of fasting so they can get off their medication, so they can lose weight, so they can prove to their doctor that they are living in a self-healing machine. So bam, Janice, thank you. And if you have a good story, please put it in the comments. I want to share it on future videos. And let me know if you've ordered Fast Like a Girl. We're going to change the world with this book. I really have poured my heart and my soul and my time into it in order to change the course of where women's health is going. But it starts with empowering you. So thank you so much for being on this journey with me.